Ever feel like the internet just runs itself?
Yeah.
Like some kind of magic keeps websites up
Right.
and running all the time.
It's easy to take it for granted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
behind the scenes, there's a whole world of
Yeah.
skilled professionals making sure things run smoothly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the key players is the
Yeah.
site reliability engineer.
Yep.
Or SRE.
Right.
We get tons of questions about them at theperfectdeveloper.com.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what do they even do?
Mm.
And how do you find the right one?
Mm-hmm.
So in this mini deep dive, we're answering your top SRE FMAQs.
Okay.
Want to cut through the noise and hire the perfect SRE?
Mm-hmm.
Head over to theperfectdeveloper.com and try our 5 questions tool.
Okay.
It's like a cheat sheet for finding the right developer
Yeah,
every time.
it's a fantastic resource.
Okay, so first things first.
Yeah.
What exactly is a site reliability engineer?
Right.
Is it just a fancy title
Okay.
for a sysadmin?
It's more than just a fancy title.
Okay.
SREs are like the bridge between developers and IT,
Okay.
using their coding skills to solve operational problems. Think automation, performance tweaks, preventing those dreaded website crashes.
So they're developers who love keeping things running smoothly.
Precisely. And that's why they're so valuable.
Yeah.
They understand how to build and maintain complex systems,
Right.
ensuring your website or app stays up and running no matter what.
Okay. I'm starting to see why people are so interested in hiring them.
Yeah.
But why should I care about having an SRE on my team?
Think about how much your business relies on its digital presence.
Yeah.
Every minute your website is down, you're potentially losing money.
Right.
SREs are all about minimizing that risk, keeping things stable, and making sure your systems can handle whatever traffic comes their way.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're crucial for any business that depends on their website or app functioning flawlessly.
They are the unsung heroes, ensuring your users have a seamless digital experience.
Okay, so I'm sold on the why.
Okay.
Now, how do I actually find a great SRE?
Right.
What skills should I be looking for?
Well, according to the experts at theperfectdeveloper.com,
Okay.
there are a few key areas to focus on.
Okay.
Programming languages like Python or Go are essential, along with a solid understanding of Linux system administration.
Yeah.
And in today's world, cloud expertise is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Think AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud.
Okay.
But there's more to it than just technical skills.
There is.
Yeah.
Like what?
SREs also need to be excellent problem solvers, able to think on their feet and troubleshoot complex issues under pressure.
Right.
They should be comfortable with infrastructure as code,
Okay.
using tools like Terraform or Ansible to automate infrastructure management.
I'm starting to understand why finding a good SRE can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. But what about salary expectations?
Right.
What can I expect to pay for all this expertise?
ThePerfectDeveloper.com offers some great insights on this.
Okay.
Entry-level SREs can start around $80,000. But senior-level folks with years of experience can command upwards of $200,000, especially in competitive markets.
Okay, so salary can vary quite a bit.
Yeah.
But let's say I've found a few promising candidates.
Okay.
What are some good interview questions to really gauge their SRE skills?
You want to get a sense of their problem-solving abilities and how they handle pressure. So instead of just asking about their experience with a certain tool, try throwing in a scenario-based question. Like, imagine a critical server goes down during peak traffic hours. What's your approach to resolving it?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Get them thinking on their feet.
Right.
But we also need to make sure they're a good cultural fit.
Absolutely.
Right.
You could ask them to describe a time they successfully automated a tedious operational task.
Or how they approach on-call responsibilities.
Okay.
These types of questions reveal their work ethic
Yeah.
and how they collaborate with others.
This is so helpful.
Yeah.
It sounds like finding and hiring a great SRE is a real investment, both in terms of time and money.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But remember, investing in a skilled SRE can save you countless headaches.
Right.
And potentially a lot of lost revenue down the line. It's an investment in the reliability and success of your entire system.
Well said.
Yeah.
And before we move on, just a reminder, if you're feeling overwhelmed by the world of developers and hiring, theperfectdeveloper.com is here to help.
Okay.
Try their 5 questions tool. It's a fantastic way to clarify your needs and find the right developer for the job.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the what and the why of SREs.
Right.
Now let's dive into the how.
Okay.
How do I actually structure this role within my team?
Should I hire a full-time SRE?
Mm-hmm.
Go part-time?
Yeah.
Or maybe even outsource?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
ThePerfectDeveloper.com highlights that for larger companies
Huh?
with complex systems that need constant attention,
Right.
a dedicated full-time SRE is often the best route.
Okay.
They can really become ingrained in your team and deeply understand your systems.
But what about smaller companies or startups?
Mm-hmm.
A full-time SRE might not be feasible right out of the gate.
You're right.
Right.
For those companies, a
Yeah.
part-time SRE or even outsourcing to a specialized firm
Okay.
could be more cost-effective.
Yeah.
It really boils down to your specific needs
Right.
and the complexity of your infrastructure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right balance for your company's stage and resources.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also heard about this concept of DevOps
Right.
and how SREs play a role in that.
Okay.
Can you shed some light on that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
SREs are actually a key component of a successful DevOps culture.
Gotcha.
DevOps is all about breaking down those traditional silos
Yeah.
between development and operations teams,
Uh-huh.
fostering collaboration and shared responsibility.
So instead of developers tossing code over the wall to the operations team and hoping for the best?
Exactly.
Yeah.
SREs help bridge that gap by bringing their engineering mindset to operational challenges.
Okay.
They work closely with both dev and ops to automate processes,
Uh-huh.
improve system reliability,
Hmm.
and ultimately deliver a better product to users.
It sounds like SREs are more than just technical wizards.
Right?
They're also agents of cultural change within an organization.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fascinating.
It is. And that cultural shift towards collaboration and shared ownership is a
Right.
big part of why SREs are so valuable.
Mm-hmm.
They help create a more efficient and effective development process overall.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground,
Yeah.
from the technical skills to the cultural impact of SREs.
Right.
But there's one question I'm still dying to know.
Okay.
What are some of the biggest challenges SREs face
Mm-hmm.
in their day-to-day work?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is dealing with the unexpected.
Oh, okay.
Systems can fail in unpredictable ways,
Uh-huh.
especially in today's complex,
Yeah.
distributed environments.
Mm-hmm.
SREs need to be able to think on their feet,
Yeah.
troubleshoot problems quickly,
Right.
and stay calm under pressure.
So it's not just about preventing issues, but also being able to handle them when they inevitably arise.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another challenge is balancing the need for innovation
Mm-hmm.
with the need for stability.
Right.
You want to be constantly improving your systems
Yeah.
and adopting new technologies,
Uh-huh.
but you also need to make sure those changes don't introduce new risks or disrupt existing services.
It's like walking a tightrope between pushing forward and making sure everything doesn't come crashing down.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
And finally, I'd say another challenge is staying up to date with the ever-evolving tech landscape.
Right.
The tools,
Yeah.
technologies,
Mm.
and best practices in the SRE world are constantly changing.
Uh-huh.
SREs need to be continuous learners,
Okay.
always adapting and expanding their skill set.
So they need to be tech savvy, but also incredibly adaptable and comfortable with constant change.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty tall order.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes the role so exciting and rewarding.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And speaking of exciting and rewarding,
Yeah.
before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to remind our listeners,
Right.
if you're looking to hire an SRE,
Yeah.
theperfectdeveloper.com is your go-to resource.
Okay.
Their 5 questions tool can help you pinpoint your needs,
Mm-hmm.
and they offer tons of expert advice on finding the perfect developer for your project.
It's an invaluable resource for anyone navigating the tech hiring landscape.
It sounds like the world of SREs is full of challenges,
Uh-huh.
but also incredibly rewarding.
Yeah.
But let's get practical for a moment.
Okay.
Where do I even begin my search for these talented individuals? Are we talking job boards,
Well,
specialized forums?
the usual suspects like LinkedIn,
Okay.
Indeed, and Glassdoor are a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really want to tap into the SRE talent pool,
Yeah.
you need to go where the really good ones hang out.
Okay.
Think SRE-specific communities, online forums,
Okay.
even Slack groups dedicated to site reliability engineering.
Ah, so it's about going beyond the general job boards and finding those niche communities where SREs gather.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the power of networking.
Right.
Attending tech conferences or meetups can be a fantastic way to connect with SREs in person.
Yeah.
And get a feel for their expertise and personality.
So put yourself out there and mingle with the SRE crowd.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what if, despite all my efforts,
Right.
I'm still struggling to find the right candidate?
Okay.
Are there any other options I should consider?
Well, there are specialized recruitment agencies that focus specifically on tech roles like SREs.
Right.
They have a deep understanding of the skills and experience required.
Yeah.
And can save you a lot of time and effort in the sourcing and screening process.
So like a headhunter for SREs.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
But all this talk about finding the perfect SRE has me thinking, what does the future hold for this role?
Right.
Is it going to keep evolving?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, the role of the SRE will undoubtedly adapt and expand.
Right.
We're already seeing a growing emphasis on areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and edge computing.
So SREs need to be comfortable not just with the tech of today, but also with what's coming down the pipeline.
Exactly.
Okay.
They need to be continuous learners, constantly adapting their skills to stay ahead of the curve.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive into the world of site reliability engineers.
Yeah.
Who knew there was so much to know?
It's a fascinating and ever-evolving field.
Yeah.
And remember, finding the right SRE is an investment in the long-term success of your digital systems.
Well said.
Thanks.
And if you're ready to start your SRE search, don't forget to check out theperfectdeveloper.com.
Right.
Their 5 questions tool will help you clarify your needs and point you in the right direction. It's the easiest way to find the perfect developer for your project every time.
Great.
Until next time, happy hiring.